Yo, what's up? Dr. Swole here, MD Bodybuilder, back with another video. So we hit 2,000 subscribers, and I just wanted to thank you guys so much for all the support, especially for all the people who've been with the channel since day one. It means a lot. So for my 2,000 subscriber video, I pulled you guys on my YouTube community tab, and the most popular video topic was how to balance fitness with a demanding career. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to be giving you my perspective on how I balance bodybuilding with being a doctor, and I'll be giving you some actionable tips that you can apply to your life today to be more productive. In general, I would categorize the tips I'm giving you today into 4 broad categories. That is time management, productive habits, sustainability, and priorities. If that sounds good to you, like the video, hit subscribe, and let's get right into it. I want to mention that a lot of these tips are going to have recurring themes. 3 themes that are going to pop up a lot today are 1. Increasing efficiency so you free up more time throughout the day. 2. Increasing the productivity of the time that you do have. And 3. Reducing the number of decisions that you have to make. I just want you to think about these themes throughout my tips and how they apply and how you can apply them in other contexts. All right, so the first tip that I want to share with you guys is to identify what I call dead time and then multitask with it. Now you'll hear me talking a lot about multitasking as a way to increase efficiency, but there is some nuance to it. The problem with multitasking is it decreases the efficiency of both tasks that you're trying to accomplish at the same time. So I actually wouldn't recommend multitasking for most important tasks. You want to pair together activities that won't interfere with each other. The easiest way I've found to do this is to identify what I call dead time, which is basically time that would normally not be spent doing anything productive, or when you're doing some very menial task that doesn't require any thinking. So for example, getting ready in the morning, commuting to and from work, or doing chores are very automatic tasks. I have a rule where when I'm commuting to and from work, I'm always trying to eat a meal. And when I'm getting ready in the morning or doing chores like laundry and dishes, listening to a YouTube video or a podcast where I can spend time learning something so that I'll be a better doctor, athlete, or just general person. The next time management tip I want to talk about is to batch produce things when possible. The most common example of this that you'll see me talking about in terms of bodybuilding is to meal prep. Now there are a couple benefits of meal prepping for bodybuilders. First of all, you're planning out your meals so that you have a consistent meal structure and you're more likely to stick to your nutrition goals. Second, you save time prepping overall, because when you batch produce things, or in a more general term, get a lot of one task done in one sitting, you're reducing the amount of setup time it would take for you to resume that task if you did it multiple times throughout the week. So using the meal prep example, if you do all your cooking on Sunday, you're gonna save time on doing the dishes, setting out your ingredients, and just waiting for things to cook. Now my next productivity tip for you is to plan out your day. I'm big on to-do lists because they really help keep me focused on what I need to get done throughout the day. I'll usually write down a few things, maybe 3 to 5 major tasks, and usually I'll also block off time throughout my week using a calendar app to make sure that I'm using all my time effectively and to reduce decision making throughout the day. My next tip has to do with forming habits, and that is to make fitness a routine for yourself. A lot of bodybuilders will talk about discipline and the importance of forcing yourself to do things you don't want to do. This does have its role at certain times, but I would actually argue that the best way to become successful is to make success a habit. Now going into fitness specifically, if you make it part of your routine to go to the gym after work or to meal prep every Sunday afternoon, eventually it'll naturally become part of your life and you won't need to rely on discipline every day to get things done. So try and have a consistent schedule to your training and your nutrition. My current training schedule is set up on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it's become part of my routine that on my way from work on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'll stop at the gym, hit my workout, and I'll always get my training in first thing on Saturday and Sunday. Next tip is once you set some habits in place, make those habits easier. Now you can always try to make fitness part of your routine, but if it's not easy to accomplish, in the end, you're gonna end up falling off. 2 easy pointers would be to choose a gym nearby or on your way home from work so that it builds seamlessly into your routine, and to stock your kitchen with fruit and vegetables so that it's easy to incorporate some into every meal. Now my next tip goes into sustainability, and that is to have a flexible approach to nutrition. What I mean by that is you need to develop the skills and the knowledge to hit your daily macro targets without having to think a lot or measure things out all the time. This is especially important if you have a demanding demanding career and you don't have time to weigh out all your meals, I would suggest that you start learning how to eyeball macros. The easiest way to do this is to just start looking at portions of food that you typically consume, reading the nutrition labels on things you're eating, and actually quizzing yourself. So something that I'll like to do sometimes, I'll look at something that I'm about to eat and guess what the macros are, and then I'll actually look it up on Google to look at the nutrition facts and see how close I was. When you learn how to eyeball your macros, you'll learn how to roll with a stressful schedule and still have your nutrition optimized. The other part of this is having a basic meal structure that you follow every day and that is easily modifiable to hit your macro goals. An easy way to do this is to shoot for 4 to 6 meals per day that are each built around a central protein source that will make sure you hit your protein target for the day, and then some vegetables and or fruits. Once you have those in place, you can fill in the rest of your calories with various sources of carbs and fats. My next tip, going off of sustainability, is going to pertain to training. Now, in order to make your training sustainable, some easy pointers would be to choose exercises you enjoy. Now, regardless of what some fitness guru online tells you about the magic exercise to build your chest, for example, there's so much individual variability, and it's important to fit exercises into your program that feel good for you. Next part of training sustainability is to choose a flexible training split. I think this is really important for people who have demanding careers because at some point there are just going to be other parts of life that get in the way. And it's best that you structure your training so that you can make up those workouts later in the week so that throughout the week overall, you're not missing any workouts. Right now, I'm personally really enjoying the upper-lower split because it's nice how you can stack upper-lower days next to each other and shuffle them out throughout the week. The other part of training sustainability is to know when to take light days. There are going to be times when you're sleep deprived and you come off a really long day of work, and instead of having an all or nothing approach where you say either I train full out or I don't train at all, sometimes it's good to just go to the gym and get in a lighter workout. This will make sure that you're not exceeding your body's recovery ability, and it'll make sure that you stay true to your commitment to fitness. Now we're going to talk a little bit about priorities. My first tip here is to prioritize sleep. I think sleep is hugely underrated in terms of productivity in general, and I've always found that if I make it a priority to get enough sleep, I'll be more productive throughout the day, and it'll lead to me getting more done overall. Now, my last piece of advice for you is that if you're going to balance bodybuilding with a demanding career, you're going to have to make sacrifices at some point. You really have to think about what's important to you, but at some point, if you want to reach that next level of productivity, you're going to have to give up a lot of things that other people do. For example, binging on Netflix, getting drunk a lot, or using other substances and spending the next day hungover, and even socializing to some extent. There have definitely been times when I've had to give up social activities to fit in my workout or get my meal prep done. All right, that's all for now, guys. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure you hit like and leave me a comment below. I'm really good about answering every single one of my comments, so let me know if you have any questions about being productive. In particular, I'd like to hear if you have any strategies to suggest about increasing your productivity, so leave your comments below. Comment of the week is from Matt C on my Day of the Life video, where he noticed that the nurses called me Dr. Bill. I actually thought this was really funny because some of my colleagues have been finding out about my Dr. Swole alter ego, and they've started calling me that at work. Anyways, on that note, if you want to see my day in the life videos, I have a couple of them now where I vlog how I get through a 24-hour call shift while still meeting my macros in terms of bulking and for cutting, so you can check those videos out here. If you haven't already, hit subscribe, and we'll see you next time.